75 years ago, a visionary group of leaders, including city council members and the city attorney, led by Holland Mayor Harry Harrington, came together with a visionary idea to create a permanent charitable resource for Holland. In 1951, the Holland Community Foundation was established. In the early years, the Holland Community Foundation served largely as a fiscal sponsor for City of Holland projects that would beautify the town. We were a donation point for funding for the Collin Park bandshell and the resources to procure the De Zwaan windmill from the Netherlands. As time went on, we began stewarding funds with a specific purpose: scholarships to support local students, a nonprofit fund to preserve Big Red Lighthouse, and a field of interest fund to support affordable housing. We also established the community's endowment during this period, a fund that has fueled our competitive grant-making for decades and continues to drive our most lasting impact. Holland wasn't alone in recognizing the benefits of forming a community foundation. Zeeland's civic and business leaders founded the Zeeland Community Foundation in 1973, marking their commitment to philanthropy. Two communities, two foundations, one shared belief that connecting generous people with opportunities to support the causes and places that matter deeply to them is how a community thrives. By the mid-1990s, board chairs Grace Piersma of Zeeland and Ken Pierce of Holland proposed a merger. A challenge grant from the W.K. Kellogg Foundation of $2 million in unrestricted endowment cemented the decision. The Community Foundation of the Holland and Zeeland area was born, uniting the two foundations and unlocking opportunities for far greater impact together. The Kellogg Challenge Grant did more than grow our community's endowment. It spurred the creation of our Youth Advisory Committee. For over 3 decades, groups of local high school students have participated in our grant-making process by reviewing and advising on grant applications for projects that benefit local youth. Our YAC members develop leadership skills and learn how to be good stewards of their community, wherever their futures may take them. One of the first grants made by the newly merged foundation helped build the Pawpaw Pedestrian and Cycling Bridge, which symbolically connects Zeeland and Holland Charter Township. Today, that bridge is engraved with the names of our Bridge Builder Legacy Society members, individuals and families who have included CFHZ in their estate plans to help ensure the place they love has charitable resources to respond to challenges and opportunities today, tomorrow, and forever. The years following the merger were marked by an increased awareness of CFHZ's ability to responsibly invest and steward charitable resources. The first executive director, Bill Vanderbilt, took the helm in the mid-90s when the foundation had fewer than 20 funds and under $3 million in assets. His thoughtful leadership grew those resources to over 300 funds and $26 million. In 2008, the foundation made one of its first meaningful steps into community leadership. Data from a community-wide early literacy screening had shown that fewer than half of children entering kindergarten were ready to learn. CFHZ convened the community around this challenge and launched an early childhood initiative to change that trajectory. It was an early signal of what CFHZ was becoming, not just a grant-making organization, but a trusted leader with the relationships and expertise to bring the right people together and drive change.
In 2015, we launched the Today, Tomorrow, Forever campaign, a bold effort to grow our community's endowment and deepen our ability to create lasting, positive change. It invited people to do something deeply personal, to invest in a future they may not fully see, gifts that would take shape over time and meet needs that will evolve as this community grows and changes. Gifts rooted in trust. Trust in the foundation and in the future, but also rooted in something deeper. Care for this place. Love for the people who call it home. A belief that the next generation and the ones that follow, deserve a community that continues to adapt, respond, and thrive. It also reflected something we know to be true. The generations before us made similar choices. They invested in this community in ways that shape what we experience today. The response was extraordinary. $5 million in present-day gifts, and more than 100 future estate commitments. The trust donors placed in CFHZ during that campaign created momentum that will increase our impact for generations to come. The Today, Tomorrow, Forever campaign didn't just grow our endowment. It told us something profound about who this community is and what they value. We are beneficiaries of those who came before us, and we are now investing in those who will come next. As the community's endowment grew, we could make even more meaningful investments in the community. Housing Next is one of the most powerful examples. In 2017, CFHZ made a 5-year, $500,000 commitment to help launch Housing Next, an initiative that helps remove barriers to housing at all price points by coordinating with local governments, developers, and nonprofits. The effort increased availability and affordability of housing through education, zoning reform, and affordable financing. It's an example of what happens when community members, civic leaders, businesses, and nonprofits collaborate, each bringing their unique perspective and skill set to offer immediate and long-term solutions to a complex need. A commitment to the future success of Holland and Zeeland also drove the decision in 2018 to assume strategic stewardship of the Promise Scholarship. Founded in 2010 by a small group of local leaders, the Promise provides last-dollar scholarships and side-by-side support for high-achieving students with high financial need. Many of those students are the first in their families to pursue a college degree. Today, 15 new Promise Scholars are selected every year, and every single one of them carries this community's belief in them forward. It's a beautiful example of a community meaningfully investing in the next generation.
When I think about the role of a community foundation, leadership is paramount. At our core, CFHZ exists to connect charitable dollars to our community's greatest needs and promising opportunities. We are a forever organization, which means keeping the pulse of what's happening now while anticipating what's to come. Years of growing the community's endowment for future needs mattered more than ever in 2020. CFHZ acted quickly, partnering with the United Way, the Grand Haven Area Community Foundation, and the Lakeshore Nonprofit Alliance to develop a county-wide emergency response. Working alongside local government, nonprofits, donors, and community organizations across Ottawa County, we helped move resources to where they were needed most as quickly as possible. That response was possible because of decades of relationship building, earning trust across sectors and the trust donors placed in us by contributing to the community's endowment. When the unforeseeable happened, CFHZ had charitable dollars to ensure our most vulnerable neighbors received the resources they needed. The pandemic highlighted the extensive role nonprofits play in creating and sustaining a thriving community. But often, the sector that is asked to tackle some of our most complex challenges doesn't have enough resources to invest in leadership, retain talent, and build organizational capacity to do its best work. Since 2012, a portion of the community's endowment has supported efforts to strengthen our local nonprofit sector. But it became clear we needed to do more. So we did. We launched our Strengthening the Nonprofit Sector campaign, which raised nearly $2 million dedicated to building a stronger, more resilient nonprofit ecosystem for Holland Zeeland. Through this work, we've deepened our partnership with the Lakeshore Nonprofit Alliance, launched a technical assistance fund, and invested in data collection efforts to better understand the strengths and the gaps in the sector. Grant-making has always been at the heart of what we do, and as our community's endowment has grown, so has our ability to respond to the needs and opportunities in our community in increasingly thoughtful and strategic ways. In 2023, we built on that, evolving our approach. We have always and continue to make responsive grants, supporting nonprofits who know this community best and are meeting a broad variety of needs every day. At the same time, we introduced a proactive grant strategy, focusing resources on key areas identified through community data and conversations with local leaders. Areas essential to the long-term health and success of Holland and Zeeland. Together, these two approaches reflect our commitment to Holland and Zeeland now and in the future. 75 years after our founding, CFHZ has eclipsed $150 million in assets, manages over 700 charitable funds, and has distributed over $160 million in grants. I want to sit with those numbers for just a moment. That's a student in Zeeland receiving a scholarship that changes the trajectory of their future. That's a nonprofit leader receiving a professional development opportunity that brings their organization to the next level. That's an organization expanding its services to meet the needs of an underserved population. That's the result of so many donors entrusting us with some of their charitable dollars during their lifetimes and beyond, and joining us in caring for the community. 3/4 of a century ago, a group of civic leaders decided this place, our home, was worth investing in permanently. They built something that would outlast them, serve people they would never meet, and make possible things they couldn't imagine, because they believed Holland and Zeeland deserved to thrive. Today, that belief is still our foundation. We are an organization rooted in deep generosity, actively investing in today and building to meet the needs of tomorrow. We're grateful to the generations of donors, partners, board members, and community leaders who have chosen to invest in this work and carry that legacy forward. We can't wait to see what the next 75 years might bring.